Oh, we're going to talk about that one. Paddy Pimblett was there ringside. Obviously, Nathan Fletcher is a teammate of his. Rinya Nakamura, Japanese fighter, really, really good. I think he had one loss.
We should add him onto the card in Japan. He'd be great addition to that.
10-1 now. He was almost at the Olympics for freestyle wrestling. Goes up against Nathan Fletcher. Throws a body kick from the southpaw stance. Of course, as we know from the southpaw, the liver kick is there all day. Did you see this one, Paul? Did you see it?
I did. And I love every bit of that kick because you talked about growing up doing traditional Japanese jiu-jitsu and things like that. The karate guys throw that kick all the time. You can throw a roundhouse with the instep, but we used to call it like a hammer foot, like a hammer foot roundhouse. And it was purposely a roundhouse kick, chamber it up, snap it in, and you would do with the ball of the foot. And dude, if you're brave enough to throw, because obviously the risk is if you hit those elbows, you're going to break all your toes. But if you can sneak it in like he did, it is disgusting.
I used to train with a guy that used to throw that kick all the time. Oh. Yeah, it's horrible. And he was a Kyokushin karate guy. Yeah. Nasty. And that's the difference between the push kicks and the snap kicks. You know, when you snap it in and you really bury those toes into the midsection, solar plexus or the liver like he did, it's disgusting. It's horrible.
It's great to see though. And that's just another, these fight nights, you're getting guys from all over the world. And really, we are at a level where we're seeing mixed martial arts like never before, where obviously the wrestling, the jiu-jitsu, that's all on par. But now you like that's a legit kick. And other guys have done it. It's not the first time we've seen it, but you're seeing more guys try to find ways to dig the toes in and use front kicks and round kicks and side kicks and bringing those traditional martial arts kind of, again, Lyoto Machida did it. There's been guys that have done it well before, but it's so much fun to see for me, guys like you, that's how we grew up. That's how we got into MMA. It wasn't like we didn't do MMA as little kids. We grew up doing traditional martial arts, wearing gis, because that was the only outlet we had for that kind of stuff. And now to see it all kind of getting woven in with the younger generation is cool to see.
So let me ask you this, though. I think we might see the sport kind of do a 180, or not a 180, come full circle, because everyone now knows the basics of MMA, right? Yeah. And a lot of people realistically only know the basics because there's so much to cover, so you learn a bit of strike boxing, you learn some Thai boxing or whatever kicking art you want to focus on, you learn some wrestling, you learn some takedown defense, you learn some jiu-jitsu. So everyone's got all the bases covered, but there's few people that really excel. And I think we are going to see a time where the specialists kind of come back, because it's the specialists that are really doing well. Like, look at Alex Pereira. Alex Pereira came in, took over the sport for a little bit, and I still think there's a place for the specialists. Like Anderson Silva was a specialist. You got the jiu-jitsu guys when they're really at the top of their game and they can wrestle a little bit. They're the guys that take over. I think we are going to see, because they're the guys that are always going to stand out, that aren't good at everything, that have a decent base level, but they're phenomenal at one thing.
Yeah. Well, the reason those guys can always make a comeback, or because now the level of training to get your wrestling, get your defense, you've been more exposed to it. But if you're still more focused on one art, or coming from a striking art or a wrestling art, or if you're a pure jiu-jitsu guy, the base is more there for those guys. And if you're an expert in one area of martial arts and have kind of gotten decent at the other ones, you can exploit a lot of those areas. Where, as you said, the new generation, they're all very good at everything, but they're not necessarily dynamite at one thing. Now, there are exceptions to that, of course, but you can exploit that. If you're facing a guy that's got decent striking, but is a good wrestler, and you've got good takedown defense, and I hope we just keep seeing the mix of new things. I love that the calf kick came around. Now I guarantee you're going to see more dudes throwing that roundhouse with the ball of the foot. after that kick.
Yeah, no, 100%, 100%. All right, today's episode is sponsored by Huel. And if you are a busy man in the morning, if you are on the go, but you still want to get a complete nutritious meal in your body, but you don't have time to do it, well, guess what? Huel is here to save the day. They are today's sponsor, and they have you covered. Huel, Huel, and their Black Edition is a complete meal so you feel full, focused, and ready for the day. Little prep so you can grab and go. Huel's already sold over 500 million meals around the world, and now is your turn to try it. New customers right now can get 15% off at Huel.com when you use the code BELIEVE.